In this video, we're going to introduce TWCW, a Linux-only application. And let me clear out the fields here. And we'll start again. TWCW has rise time adjustable, fall time adjustable, compensation both positive and negative, which is a precise amount of time to shave off of each element exactly the same amount of time, say like 0.1 milliseconds from the dit, 0.1 milliseconds from the da. You can add that much or subtract that much. It's very nice. Also the dit da, the dot dash ratio can go up or down like this. So we also have a meter here for the mumble input on the left, mumble output on the right, and we already have in the output we have the loopback already engaged, so we're going to get a bounce back from the server. So let's take a look at that. Now watch the meters, and watch where the meter on the right falls just about to that second line there above 0, away from the red. And that's one way to adjust the mumble volume. So what we do is I have mumble input right here separate from the TWCW side tone, so tells me how loud I want to hear it. It doesn't affect the mumble input, so I send TWCW output from Carla. It comes out of pulse audio into the jack mixer. There's for the side tone, that's going to the mumble input. And here's the mumble input and output pins. And that also goes to the meters, goes to the sound card, the screen recorder. We have a scope and a spectrum analyzer we'll go over in a second. There's the mixer. That's how we set it up. This is my microphone. So what we're going to do is adjust the mumble input so that this, on the right side, the mumble output is at maximum without engaging the mumble AGC circuit. So we found that to be pretty close to minus 20 on this jack mixer. So the max seems to be right about there. So let's take it up to 25. 25 dB attenuation, and now watch what happens. So quite a bit difference. So let's take it the other way. We'll take it to minus 15 and see what happens. Whoops, I forgot the one there. There we go. So it went way over. Now watch what happens. See how it came back? Do a V here. So again, it's just a little bit below that second one. So a compromise would be minus 20, where you wouldn't notice it, but it won't engage the AGC at all. So let's do it again. See how it's going up? Keeps going up on the right side there. And now we're just very close to right here. And that's good enough. It's nice to be just a little bit below the max so that it doesn't engage that AGC. So I have it minus 20 going to the mumble input using the loopbacks as in the previous video. So that's the mumble volume control. And it's pretty interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at these setups here. Let's see what the rise time does when we go down. Okay, let me get that off of there, that loop back. Pause for a second. Okay, now listen to the rise time and the fall time of the edges. It should be a little bit harder keen. Okay, now we'll go to the opposite extreme. Go up to 8. And that's too soft, so we'll keep it at 5. Another nice feature is this compensation. You want it a little bit lighter. And this is by time, not by percentage, like in normal weights. So let's take it up a little bit. Okay, you probably could hear that it's a little bit heavier, so to speak. But this compensation, this weight, is by precise time element the same for both the dit and the da. So let's say you want to add 2 milliseconds to the dit, 2 milliseconds to the da, both of them. That's what the compensation is. But on the other hand, if you like it a little bit lighter, this produces a different sound than normal weight by percentage. Then we have the dot to dash ratio here, and you already know what that is anyway, so all these controls are adjustable here. We have from 8 to 100 in the QRQ mode, words per minute, 8 to 40 in the standard mode. Okay, let's take a look at the spectrum, and we'll see what this looks like. Put that right about there. Okay. And it's a typical exponential look to it, and the spectrum looks really good. Let's take a look at the scope. And see what that looks like. We can take a look closer here. We're going to manual. And there's the dit. It looks really good. So this is producing a very good CW note. TWCW. Pretty nice. And it runs off of pulse audio. So that's why we have pulse audio engaged here. In the jack router, we have the pulse audio module in the bridge from Cadence, and we're using pulse audio bridge here. That's how this kicks in to the audio. In the file, you've got Paris and some other things, controls, and the setup, practice and timing. So it's really producing a great CW element, and this right in here is where you can send it as far as the keyboard goes. You can adjust the speed in 2 versions, or you can goes up to higher if you're a QRQ artist. There's the tone, Farnsworth. So all you have to do is click PA, transmit, and then decide how fast you want to go here and adjust accordingly, and bring up the timing, which is this setup right here, and you can adjust the rise and fall time all in real time too. You don't have to stop sending. So you could send the file Paris, listen to it, see where you want this to go, and then adjust it, send some letters, adjust your ratio, and then send it again and see if that sounds right, or send another file. So that's just a brief introduction to TWCW on Linux, using a CW keyboard, going to the input of mumble through these loopback cards here, as a previous video showed, using the audio adapter command in the Linux and ALSA audio. And that's actually a jack audio command, which is right here. So jack load mumble is the name that you want to call it. Audio adapter is the function. -I is the string where we choose device. Hardware 3, which is that loopback cable. This is the ring buffer that seems to work best. We have one input, one output, and all at 48K sample rate. When you're done with it, you have to click this one here, jack unload mumble. So you just have to it remembers the name that you called it. So there's the jack load mumble, jack unload mumble. You don't have to worry about anything after that, and that'll take it out. And I think that's just about it for TWCW. This may be a new program. This is the way it looks for TWCW. We have everything set to normal as far as the volumes go, and we adjust the volumes on jack mixer here. Again, this first one is how loud I want to hear it, and this is the one we adjusted with these meters to try to get the volume that was just maximum before the AGC kicks in, and that seemed to be about -20 on this jack mixer meter. We have Audacity, we recorded it, and that's what a close-up looks like of a dit and a da. And that's the mixer, that's the meters. It's recording. I think that's just about it. So thank you for watching, and check out TWCW. And the link will be in the show notes. Thanks for watching.